This short training video will take you through the steps of planning a total hip replacement in Materialise OrthoView. Having opened the patient's study, the first step is to select the required procedure for the patient. In this case, we are planning a total hip on the patient's left side. Once the procedure is added, the software will then move on to the next step, scaling. In this case, using the marker to calibrate the image. After calibrating the image, the software automatically moves to the appropriate step for the chosen procedure. On the left hand side of the screen, you will see a number of tools or wizards. In this case, these are the specific wizards designed to help with planning a total hip arthroplasty. The purpose of these wizards is to allow the user to mark and measure key points on the patient's anatomy. The software can then use this information to do some initial sizing and positioning of the implants, as well as provide useful metrics such as leg length difference. The first wizard we will be using is Smart Hip, which was specifically designed for planning on a full pelvis X-ray, as you see here. To use the wizard, first tick the box. You will then see graphical elements of the wizard appear on the main screen. To move and reposition these and all other wizards, place the mouse anywhere on the general outline or inside the shape of the wizard. This allows you to left click and drag the whole piece. Placing the mouse on one of the small squares and left clicking allows you to drag the individual points. Using these controls, drag the circle so that the outline of the circle matches the outline of the patient's femoral head. This enables you to establish some positioning points such as the center of the head and also to measure the diameter of the head. The second part of the wizard is the transitional line, used for measuring leg length difference. Again, click and drag the main piece of the wizard or the individual points to correctly position this wizard on the pelvis. Typically, this is placed so that the two central points are on the base of the pelvis at the ischium, and the 2 points on each side are placed on matching points on the lesser trochanters. Other points can be used for measuring leg length if preferred. Once the wizard is correctly positioned, there are two button options available. The Find Femur button allows the software to automatically detect the inside edges of the femoral canal and place an additional measurement box into this position. The Position Template button also allows the software to place this measurement box into the femoral canal, at the same time moving automatically from the Analyze stage into the Template stage. It is normally only necessary to use the Position Template button to complete the planning process and move to the next step. If the software is unable to automatically place this measurement box into the canal, either because the image quality is poor or there is insufficient femur on the image for it to work, the software will display an error message informing you of this. The box can then be dragged manually into position in the same way as the other parts of the wizard are moved. Templating on an AP hip X-ray showing just the left or right side, then you can use the hip joint AP PA wizard in place of the Smart Hip wizard. This is very similar, except that it does not include the transitional line piece and only has the circle and rectangular box. Also, the hip joint AP PA wizard does not have the Find Femur or Position Template options, so the rectangular box is manually placed into the femoral canal. Once you have finished with the planning wizards, move on to the template stage. Here, the software will use the reference points and measurements taken with the planning wizards to do some initial positioning of the implants on the image and also highlight some suggested sizing. Your template choices with all the appropriate sizes and options appear on the left hand side of the screen. If you are using a small or low resolution monitor, these panels may be small and difficult to see. If this is the case, the blue triangles on the corners of each section allow you to minimize and maximize individual portions, allowing more space for the other areas. The software will use colors to highlight various aspects of those panels as follows. The dark blue highlighted number is the suggested best fit size based on the measurements taken with the planning wizards. The software also highlights in a lighter blue color one size more and one size less than that suggested value. The red shading indicates any areas where the software requires you to make a selection to confirm or set the value. While any red shaded areas remain, the software will display a warning message at the top and bottom of the main image, and the template outlines will remain in a lighter color. Only once all the values have been fully set will the template outline change to a darker bold color. The third piece of information displayed on the left is the value in the red dotted box. This is the value currently being displayed by the software as a starting point and will be the size last chosen by you when templating with that specific implant. The default implants that are displayed will also be the implants last chosen by you when templating this type of procedure. From this point, you can now begin to adjust and modify any of the values and positions of the implants as appropriate to finalize the plan for the patient. To change the implant choice, click on the graphical banner for the implant you want to change. This will then display your list of available implants from which you can make a selection. You can then begin to set and change the sizes and values for your implants as appropriate to find the correct sizing for the patient. Make sure a value is chosen for all options and that there are no more red shaded areas remaining on the left hand side. As well as removing the red shading, you will also see that the warning message disappears and the template outline changes to a darker bold color once a value has been selected for all the options. While you are able to pick any value from the largest to the smallest in the settings on the left hand side, there may be some restrictions imposed on your choice by the implant manufacturer. Materialise OrthoView will highlight these restrictions using different font types. The bold or dark font indicates valid choices. The lighter or non-bold font indicates invalid choices. If an invalid option is chosen, for example a size mismatch, the template in question will disappear and a warning message will be displayed in its place. As well as selecting the sizes, you are also able to freely move the templates around on the screen to set their final positions. To move a template, place the mouse anywhere inside the outline of the implant, then hold down the left-hand mouse button and drag. Holding down the right-hand mouse button and dragging allows the implant to be rotated. Corrections can be made with the undo and redo buttons available on the left-hand end of the toolbar at the top of the screen. The implant can also be moved back to its original position using the two wizard buttons available underneath the template banner. If a template such as the femoral stem has an axis line running through its center, when you left click to move the template, it will only move along that fixed axis. To move the templates in any direction, look for the main control point, usually in the center of the template. Place the mouse directly on this point and use the left mouse button for free or restricted movement. As you continue to reposition and resize the templates, you will see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen real-time feedback regarding changes in leg length, offset, and cup inclination angle. Once you are happy with the final positioning and sizing of the template, you can then complete the plan. If desired, use the Reduce button in the top left-hand side of the screen to see a reduced view of your implant positioning. This allows the software to reposition the outline of the femur and the femoral head so that the head center is now positioned over the cup center. There are three choices at the top right of the screen for storing your plan: save, commit, and close. If you do not wish to store a copy of your plan, simply select close and the work will not be saved. Both save and commit will store a copy of your plan. If save is chosen, the plan is stored in a modifiable format and can be reopened later if you wish to continue editing it. If commit is chosen, no further changes to the plan will be allowed. As well as the template image, the software will also store a full report. This report can be viewed by clicking the report button at the top left-hand side of the screen. There is also an option on the main toolbar to allow selected portions of this report to be displayed on the main X-ray view. Before using this option for the first time, right-click the icon to set your preferences, then left-click the icon and left-click anywhere on the screen to place report information into the image. For additional hints and tips relating to every stage of the planning process, use the Smart Help tab located on the right-hand side of the screen when using the software.